I'm using, for the clean sound, a Hiwatt and a Fender Showman.
At the same time?
For stereo clean.
Yeah.
And for the distortion sound, a Dumble overdrive special through a Hiwatt power station, line out into some studio effects, and into the power amp input of a Marshall, a 69 Marshall. So it's kind of crazy.
Hey, NAMM Day 2, and I have the great honor to be with Carl Verheyen. How's it going?
Swinging already. I've just been here for about an hour now and run into a lot of cool people.
And stuck into interviews.
Yeah, exactly.
So what do you come to see at NAMM and 2026 in particular?
Normally, I've got a lot of good supporting companies. Kathy Duncan is one of them here at Seymour Duncan. Companies that over the years have been very supportive to me and my music and my band. So I've come to just pay my respects, thank people. If there's any new stuff that I come across, I check it out. And then my band is playing tomorrow at 1 o'clock at the Yamaha stage outside. A little 45-minute set. So I come down to play and do that. And I figured out that I think I've been to 43 NAMM shows. Wow. Because I've been coming to NAMM since '83. And I've only missed one when I was on tour in January. But I've also been to 2 in Nashville and 2 in Chicago. It's just kind of part of the January thing you got to do.
So the automatic question behind that is how's the NAMM evolution from your perspective? How does it compare today?
For a while there, it became a big party where a convention broke out. And then I think around COVID and stuff, it got a little more serious into, now it's kind of ramping back up to the party mode.
Yeah,
don't you notice?
Lots of people, isn't
Lots of people, yeah.
Yeah. Last year, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Like less proofs, but much more people.
Yeah, I agree. So
what's your go-to gear at the moment? You like guitar, FX, strings?
Yeah, that's a good question. So my guitars, I have a signature guitar with LSL. They're a local LA company, and I've been with them since about 2010. But those guitars are modeled after 3 of my vintage Strats, kind of the best of each world. The weight of my 1958, the pickups of my 65, and the neck of my 61. We're just kind of all best of all worlds. But my live rig is kind of big. I'm using, for the clean sound, a Hiwatt and a Fender Showman.
At the same time?
For stereo clean.
Yeah.
And for the distortion sound, a Dumble overdrive special through a Hiwatt power station, line out into some studio effects, and into the power amp input of a Marshall, a 69 Marshall. So it's kind of crazy. But so far this month, I've done 2 concerts, and I use the Marshall and the Dumble for distortion. But for the clean, I use 2 old 1964 AC30 Vox amps. Oh man, I was so inspired. It was so great. So I'm gonna maybe stick with these vintage amps for a little while. We'll see. They're picky. Yeah, and they're finicky. Like taking them on the road might not be the best idea. Get bounced around in the back of a truck. So we'll have to see.
And string-wise,
9, 11, 16, then 26, 37, 46. Since I float my vibrato bar, it makes it feel like 10s. The string tension equaling the spring tension. So anyway, that's kind of what I'm doing. But I've got about 70 guitars, so I'm trading out all the time.
Would you put the same gauge on less?
A lot of them, yeah.
Strats,
pretty much, yeah. The Gibson, sometimes I go to 10s. 335 has 10s on it. But yesterday in the studio, I was at Sunset Sound Studio 1, and I was working on a song on one of my records and playing on this other guy's album. and I played this 1966 Rickenbacker all day through one of the Voxes, and man, it sounded so good. Very Beatlesy, obviously, you know. So, Savarez, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I use them. Matter of fact, I
The
use
classical stuff.
yeah, the nylon strings for sure, for many years, and they're wonderful. I've got 3 nylon guitars, and they're all set up with them.
Do you know which sort?
I think it's the medium tension ones.
Yeah.
I don't think they're the heavies or the light. I think the mediums. So thank you very much.
Thanks for having
Thank
us.
you, man.
All right.